From Orange County, California, best known for its world-famous theme park, the Ducks are on home ice in Anaheim. Greetings, everyone. With Eddie Olczyk, Ray Ferraro coming up, I'm Mike Emmerich. We got a chance to be around one of the best teams in the league that we're going to watch tonight. What did you take from that?
They have great confidence. I mean, when we had a chance to visit with them a few hours ago, they just have a great confidence about them, understanding of knowing who they are, the structure that they play with, and know that they can play with any team in the entire National Hockey League, but a very confident bunch each and every night.
Anaheim's identity has been on full display all season long as they sit near the top of the league standings. They understand who and what they are, and that's how they approach each and every night, regardless of the opponent.
And now we turn to the last lines of defense, the goalies. Won the last one, so he starts this one. Hopefully his team will give him more support than they did last time, and I'm sure that the coach has spoken with him about bouncing back because it was a decisive loss. Opening faceoff coming up. Keep an eye on Ryan Getzlaf. He's out there to start and should get a lot of minutes in this one. The Ducks have the first possession.
Nashville's looking to set things straight after their loss in the last game. The coaching staff has stressed the importance of playing within their system.
Good place to shoot from. Save. And he steps across the line. Nashville's in their own end, hoping to make a play to center. Oh, and the puck winds up back at center ice. Man, in that defensive zone, an important play. Has that one measured in his own end. Nashville's controlling play now up the wing. Puck loose, now picked up. On to Lindholm. Let's go down near the ice for Ray.
With any interconference game, you have to be careful you don't fall too far behind the pack. You've got to fight to keep yourself into the middle of this, as it'll be a playoff race right at the end.
Many thanks, Ray. They've got the draw. Directing that one to Simmons. In between the blue lines, a great job on the cut pass by Henrique. Shoots one. Swept aside. The Predators are moving the puck in their own end. Gains the zone. Puts one on. A good stick stop. That puck is held and the whistle stops play. A little over 5 minutes have been played here in the first. Both teams have tried hard, but only the goalies have been successful. Nothing. Takes that pass from the other point man. May not have intended it, but it hit him. Puck's loose, mishandled. Outstanding job done at the blue line to hold the pressure on. Skates it into the zone. Through the corner. Has it in his own end. Good pass off the boards. Slides it to the point. With a shot. That shot's blocked. Propelled to Johansson. That puck hit him on the way to the net. Slid to Johansson. Broke it right up. Terrific poke check. Anaheim's in the neutral zone along the wing. Hammers one. Terrific pad save. Oh, that was a great chance. From the faceoff, and they lock up in a good reach. That's help from the wing. Picks it up back there. Gathered up by Shore. He cut him down on that rush. Chip to Irwin. Moving it to Turris. Nicely received at the point. Banks it ahead to Yarncroft. Just inside the line. Great save. Not all the way. Point-blank shot. Picked up by the defense. It is a hooking call on this play. A restraining foul, and the arm of the referee is out. Nashville's 2-minute penalty is a minor, and the call is hooking.
More times than not, Doc, anytime you reach in around a player's hands that has the puck, you're going to get a hooking minor.
The Ducks get their first power play opportunity of this contest. Let's see if they can make good on it.
This is a power play earned in a scoreless game. Their power play can now get them on the board and give them a lead.
That puck's loose, defended away by McLeod. Hard work here. Nice work done with the stick there. Nice stick by the defense. From that cluster of players kicked out. Threatening an attack. Swept away. Right on his stick, can he get it out? And that one cleared by the penalty killers. Couldn't get his way through. The Ducks organizing back in their own end. A howitzer, no luck.
Wayne Gretzky said 100% of the shots that don't hit the net never go in. Doesn't matter if you shoot it that hard. Get it on target.
Steps across that line.
He's been shaking his head in frustration, Doc. So is his coach. Goal number 1 continues to elude him.
At least he protected his goaltender. Fires. Great glove save. Patrik Laine is the 258th player chosen in the 2004 draft. The #1 stopper still over a decade later in Nashville.
The Finnish-born goaltender. Seems we get a lot of great goaltenders coming to the National Hockey League from the country of Finland, standing 6'5", 204 pounds.
Things are heating up with that hit.
Yossi's often the object of a target. He's so good, nobody wants to give him much room, but he gets tagged there.
Got that pass in his own end. Passing one off now to Smith. Oh, my, what a hit.
I once had a coach tell me, hit or be hit. There's an example of getting yourself into the game.
Save there. Nashville's gotten us back even. They've killed the penalty.
You can't deliver the puck much better than that, but the goalie says no chance. That's an excellent save.
The puck's dropped, and that's a great job tying the man up on that faceoff. Gronlund's tripped up. That should be a penalty. The Ducks have been handed a minor penalty for tripping.
I'm going to give credit to the puck carrier here. He kept his legs moving. He forced the back checker to reach in and take him off his feet.
The Predators are going to try out their power play.
Chasing the game is a losing proposition night after night. You get on the board first, you win way more than you lose. A power play can give you that advantage.
14 minutes, 27 seconds.
Good job in clearing it out of his own end. The Predators' power play will reset.
Forsberg's trying to do way too much there with that offensive opportunity.
Anaheim's cleared. A lot of work, but penalty time less and less now. The Predators control the play in the defensive zone. Takes that pass. Here we go. Biggest chance of the game. The pad came in handy that time. Carries it on in from center. Right near the goal stripe to Forsberg. Anaheim's along the wing at center ice. Looks over his options from the corner. Nice work with the stick. Poked it right away. The Predators move toward the neutral zone. Must get it out. Laid on to Smith. On to Ellis. A shot. That puck left the zone, and so everybody will have to reset. The Predators get the puck with just a few seconds left on their power play. held to Rowney. Whistle is blown, and now the penalty will be handed out. Anaheim's 2-minute penalty is for shooting the puck over the glass. Delay of game.
If you shoot or flip the puck out of play and it doesn't touch the attacking team or the glass, you will receive a minor penalty for delay of game.
It is a 5-on-3 for a brief time, but still a 2-man advantage, and the face-off will start it off. Puck dropped in the logjam, and the winger reached in and got it.
One of the biggest mistakes a 5-on-3 power play makes is they're looking for the perfect shot. The more you shoot it, the more you move the penalty killers around and you start to tire them out.
The Predators are skating it up at neutral ice. Turned a shot on net. Wonderful stop. This is a tough one to work for. Lets the shot fly. Caught his pad on that one. Looking from behind the net. To Tourist. Fires. He scores. Terrific power play goal.
Always interesting, guys, after the first goal is scored, whether the team that scored is going to continue to attack or whether they'll sit back a little bit.
The Predators have gotten the first goal of the game. Perhaps they can carry that off the ice with them. And they've won the neutral zone faceoff. Nashville's continuing on in the defensive zone. Anaheim's roster goes down by 1 here. At least briefly, a minor penalty for hooking.
59 seconds.
The referees are looking for this. Anytime you stop skating and reach with your stick and pull on the opponent, you're going to the penalty box.
Anything you do once, you can do twice. Let's see if that applies to this particular power play.
They've already had some success on the power play with a power play goal earlier in the game. They don't have to change much. Make sure you move the puck quickly and get traffic to the front of the net.
Pass attempt at Gronlund. And they are in. Lets it go. Loud pad save. He's got that pass at the point. Shifts to the backhand and shoots. He was standing in the lane and got some of it. Nashville's getting an attack ready in their own end. Goalie's one of the 6 guys on the ice. He can pass. He did that. That puck went loose off the enemy. He shut him right down. Parked in the slot. Great poke check. Holds on and gets that whistle.
The Ducks always want to play a physical game, and their leader is right here. He always has among the highest hit totals in the league. He is a pinball on ice.
Good face-off win. Great shooting lane. He loads it up, and a save. Puck ricocheted off the screen. Nearing the final minute of play. Defensive gem with the stick. Got it back out of the zone. Pitching this one to Yossi. Snaps it on to Arvidsson. Brings it in for an attack. Couldn't get through. It's loose.
1 minute left in the first period.
Up to the point. Able to attack now. Oh, and he misses.
He caught the goalie by surprise at how quick he released that puck.
Down to the last 43. The Ducks are back even. Pass to the point. Skates it across the blue line. 14 to go. And decides to just cover it up and get the whistle.
The shooter didn't get too much on that. Not a very dangerous opportunity for the goalie to stop, but he went into the butterfly just to be sure.
Critical win where they need it. A long scorcher. Perfect tip by the stick. Wide of the net. Rips one. A brilliant save at the horn. And the period comes to a close. Wow, what a finish.
Tonight is our team poster giveaway. sticker on the inside cover of your program, go to Guest Services to receive your team poster.
Smith's late period tally has made all the difference and will cause both coaches to say something. Intermission is here. One period played, a second period is about to begin. What do you think of what we've seen so far?
The Ducks are down only by 1, Doc, and they're lucky. The way they turned over the puck in that first period, this could easily be a 3 or 4 goal deficit.
Period 2 has started. Wonder if it'll be like the first one. Nice tip of the pass. Very important steal for him. The Ducks with a neutral zone possession along the wing. Makes that play deep. Ekholm's cut through the neutral zone. Takes that pass from the other point. And angled to Josi. Bumped off. A big one-timer. Oh, he shot that in his own net. It's a goal.
The look on his coach's face was priceless. He had to be the most surprised guy in the building. His player just turned around and fired this into his own net. I don't think this is going to be a happy coach when the player gets back to the bench.
The Predators have now enlarged their lead to 2-0. At the rate they're going in this game, they might make it 3 fast.
Nashville goal.
He's dropped. They lock up, and that's a good shot by the winger.
Time of the goal, 2 minutes, 20
Fires! Gathered up again by Henrique. Pitching it to Smith. Using the point. He's got it. Smart recovery by Henrique. Gains that offensive line. Skilled play by Simmons. Nashville's on the move, hoping to wheel it up the wing. Got that pass in his own end. Lets it go. A textbook stick save.
The Ducks are starting to be concerned with him here. Not only hasn't he had a point in a number of games, but he's not even creating any chances. That becomes the real red flag.
Nice face-off win. A strong pad stop there. Looking to Yarncroft. Driving in from no man's land. And now, after that period of time, we get the whistle and the penalty call. The Ducks get a 2-minute penalty for tripping.
Now, this is a tough call. He was trying to play the puck, but he tripped up the attacking player.
A power play that can generate goals is special, and this one has been. Let's see if it continues. Okay, they win the draw. Karam pass to Arvidsson. Shot! Outstanding save. What magic to even get the shot away.
You got to find a way to put it in the net.
They must retreat and start back again. He moves that one ahead through center. Got it at the point. Shoots. Off the iron. Save, but just barely. What a tremendous hit.
Oh, he's been looking for that hit all night.
The power play unit has to recoil and try yet again. Takes it in from the neutral zone. Solid work there by Shore. Sent on by Kessler. Puck flipped up out of play into the bench area.
Now the puck's cleared into the bench and somebody gets their hands on it, they'll grab it and flip it up over the glass to a fan who sits in the proximity right behind the bench.
Over 7 minutes have elapsed here in the second. 2 goals have been scored, both by one team. Critical face-off win there. Gives it to the point. Tries to get it on net. Well done with that pass. It's one of those restraining fouls. It's a hooking penalty, and the arm of the referee is up. Nashville's 2-minute penalty is a minor, and the call is hooking.
Well, what he was trying to do is trying to get the puck, but unfortunately for him, he reached in and hooked around the player. Off to the penalty box he goes.
So now, with the penalty box a little occupied, this is going to be 4-on-4.
Predators penalty.
The Ducks win it.
Lots of space 4-on-4. It always depends how aggressively the first team with the puck plays it, whether you're going to see much excitement or whether they'll be cautious and play it to a standoff.
Couldn't get through and retain possession. Shot! Bad save! Picked up by the defense. Lets it go. Save. Dogged determination there by Boyle. Slid back across from one point to the other. Again slides to Irwin. That puck's loose, deflected away by Forsberg. They're getting ready to strike. Great save, point blank.
That was a tougher stop than it looked.
Goalies have to make a half a dozen great stops in a win. This is one on a beautiful move, but there is nowhere for the puck to go.
Clean win on the draw. Anaheim setting things up in the defensive zone. Is able to move on in. Gathered up again by Irwin. Gets it out. So on this power play, they will resume from their own end of the ice. Close in play. Mishandled thanks to the roadblock. Tries to get it over the line. It's cleared, and now some fresh legs can get on the ice. Clock bleeding down on the power play. Anaheim's looking to head man up the wing. Good defensive read with that one. The Predators have killed it off, so we're back at full strength. Oh, great cut. Now it's directed to Watson. Good intercept in his own end. In with it now. The lane was jammed, and it hit somebody. Held there for a face-off coming up next. Good job on the draw. The Predators have it at center ice. Perfect receipt of the pass. Strong defensive play. Lots on that to Yossi. And in flight over the line. Around to the corner. Shoots one. Great save. Pulled it right back. Smart recovery by Yossi. It's dumped in. Attack zone possession here. Shoots one. The shot is off. Anaheim's carrying on up the wing. In the slot. Puck covered, whistle blown.
You can't deliver the puck much better than that, but the goalie says no chance. That's an excellent save.
Anaheim's got that win. Bounced off the boards to Kessler. Good place to shoot from, and he does. Makes the stop and holds for the whistle. Got possession. To McLeod. Has it back deep. Great stick work prevents the pass from being complete. He takes that point pass. Uses his stick and strips him of the puck. Lets a shot go. That's terrific work with the pass. Stole that pass at a critical end of the ice. Terrific determination. Score! He got the post with that one.
He made the right decision by passing that puck quickly from below the goal line.
Gibson's quick, but he's not able to catch up to that one-timer off the post.
The Predators have struck yet again here late in the second. They lead 3-0, and on the shot board, a huge lead. Anaheim's got another face-off win.
Number 19, Chel assisted by number 55, Cody McLeod, and by number 11, Brian Boyle.
Gives it over to the point. Off a body. Knocked off the puck. The Predators are at the wing in neutral ice.
1 minute left.
Snaps off a wrist shot. Off his pad. Snapping a pass to shore. Trying to go to Rowney. The stick broke on the shot. Terrific save. The stick failed him. A shot. 2 periods are in the books here. And the books could very well have some perspiration stains on it by now because these teams have worked pretty hard. But still, a third period is ahead. All right, time to turn to the shots on goal and look at some impressive totals. 23 for Nashville, a lucky 13 for Anaheim. The Ducks were counting on a tremendous performance in goal. They counted wrong. More in a moment. "40 minutes down, at least 20 minutes to go. What are your thoughts so far?"
The Predators are feeling confident with the score they put up on the board, but they cannot sit back because I'm expecting a response from the opposition here in the third.
Opening face-off of the third period has started it. Loose puck, the defense got in the way there. Swept on to Lindholm. Save there. Just missed the net.
You have to give yourself a chance here. You cannot blow this puck past the net.
Looking from the corner. And he's held up and pinned. Turned right away with the poke check by Forsberg. The Predators skated up on the side. Gathered up again by Forsberg. Stole that pass away in his own end. And he dumps it in. Slid to Lindholm. Puck is thrown to Getzlaf. Can start the attack going in the zone. Shot on. Got a piece of that one. To Perry. Directing that one to Silverberg. And the pickup. Moving it to Simmons. Hammering his way up the wing at center.
Simmons loses that puck while faking in the offensive zone. He tried to do way too much there, Doc.
Passing one off now to Henrique. Chip to Chel. He's got that point pass. That puck came free. Could have been handled better. Great job on a cut pass. The Predators have it along the side at mid-ice. Lets it go. Snapped out of the air.
I'd like to say that the shooter was shooting for a rebound. At least I hope he was, because that shot had no chance of going in.
Just under 7 minutes have passed. There have been 3 goals in this game. They've all come from one team. Ritchie's got this one between the blue lines. It's dumped in. defending team touches will get the call, but it's a delayed penalty call right now. Goalie to the bench on the delayed call. Extra man is out. And now we get the stoppage of play in the penalty call. The Ducks get 2 minutes, and the call is boarding.
Well, the officials are instructed, Doc, as you know, that anytime a player gets hit from behind in this fashion, it's going to be a penalty.
The Predators get another power play. There is confidence here because they've been good. Let's see what happens this time. Nashville's got that face-off win. Lets it go. And freezes play for the whistle. Solid, clean win. The Ducks are driving it from the wing. Pass attempt to Torres. Nice play with the stick. Nothing more will come. Wonderful stop. Anaheim's in control of the puck in their own end and readying an attack. Terrific defensive work. Steps in from the neutral zone. Tried, but it didn't work. Laid on to Lindholm. Oh, what a hit there.
He finishes his check here and drives his man right into the boards.
Sends to the point. Ooh, what a break. Shot hit the man. Intercepts that pass. Maybe he can generate something. Nashville's in their own end, moving the puck. And the whistle signals an offside.
The Predators are always an aggressive team. Tonight, their hitting is starting to pay off. They've slowed down their opposition, and they've been able to add numbers on the scoreboard.
They've won the faceoff. Loose puck due to the play by Kessler. Long lead pass to Granlund. On to Johansson. Shoots it on. Had it away. Pitching this one to Kasha. And he dumps it in. The Predators continue to probe up the wing. Anaheim's PK has been splendid. Shoots. Terrific shot, but a great point-blank save.
That was a good challenge. Better stop.
Puck comes out of the zone, back to center ice, and so things will settle a bit.
Nashville's play has put them in a spot here where they can look forward to 2 points if they can continue.
Hit the post with the shot! Propelled to Silverberg. Pitching it to Perry. And they've got it again. Looking to Boyle. Cut that pass off. Oh, that was dangerous. Nashville's winging it at neutral ice. Got that pass near the blue line and now looks ahead. Got it in his own end. The Ducks have the puck at center ice. It's dumped in. And now it's directed to Boyle. Good, solid defensive play with the stick. Shoots. Terrific point-blank save.
The shooter shaking his head. Great save. Vegas can be a tough, tough opponent. They're a good team with a lot of energy who can beat any team in this league on any night. This promises to be a great night of hockey.
Anaheim's got a face-off win. Snapping a pass to Chel. Has that point pass as well. Read that play in his own end.
Raquel's mindset is that he's trying to create a play here offensively to get back in the game. It just doesn't happen.
The Ducks setting things up in their own end. Fires a shot. And a save. Freezes play. Nice face-off work. Yarncrocs looking to lead. Leads that charge into the zone. Trying to go to shore. Knocked off the puck. Puck is thrown to Yarncroc. The stick can break up a play, and it just did. Directing that one to Gooley. Moving it to shore. Passing one off now to Ritchie. Got in the way of that one. And the referee's whistle has stopped play. Nearing the last minute of the third period. Right near the line, can he keep it going? Pass off the woodwork to Manson. Nice work by Shore. Loose puck, not stick handled well there. Moved along and in. Pass attempt to Rowney. Side to side they go, trying to generate something. Save! The Ducks win the draw. Great opportunity denied. We're going to get a penalty. It's a delayed call. The outcome is not in doubt, but these guys are paid to work all 60 minutes, the men with the armbands, and so we have this call to deal with and enter on our show.
Coaches do not like this penalty. This is a lazy holding call.
Anaheim penalty to number 17.
They won that draw. To Raquel.
Time of the penalty, 19 minutes, 39
Crosses
seconds.
that line. Smith's tripped and a penalty should be coming. Pitching this one to Arvidsson. That puck came back to center ice, and so everything slows down for just a bit. Whistle is blown. Penalty call. Guilty party departs. Shore is headed to the penalty box. A minor for tripping.
Well, in desperation mode, all he was trying to do was sweep the puck away, but unfortunately caught the player's skates.
Anaheim penalty to number 29.
And that's this one. And the buzzer sounds. This was surgical.
You need good hands, Doc, to be a surgeon. They had good hands all night long.
So the teams have left the ice and are getting rested for next time. For this time, for Eddie and Ray, Mike Emmerich saying good night.